On April 25th of 2023, I arrived in Berlin in the morning with Qatar Airways flight. I have connected in Doha, and I was coming from Hong Kong. The flight was absolutely uneventful, so perfectly fine. And when I arrived, I found that my luggage was damaged, badly damaged. Two of the wheels of a trolley were missing, and the trolley was losing parts, so it was not usable. I couldn't even just go around with that. So okay, well, things happen. So I went to I searched the Qatar correspondent, and they actually sent me to a different company, a certain Dolphy 1920. And this company seems to be a company in charge of taking care of these issues. So I went there, I had to wait for more than half an hour. Then finally a representative came, and a lady, and then okay, I explained what was the situation. She took some picture, and then I explained very clearly. I said, look, I travel a lot. I know things happen. Now I only have one need, which is I need to continue my activity, my trip. So I need a luggage. And I don't mind what luggage, as long as it's anything that I can use. So it's not like I want to be refunded of the value of my luggage or anything. I just need to have a luggage to continue my trip. Now the lady agreed, and everything was fine. And then she said, okay, then someone will contact you in the next week. And I was left without the possibility to continue my trip because there was no support at all. There was no possibility to buy anything in the airport. So I had to take a taxi. I had to manage differently all my activity. I had to reschedule all my activities. So there was my business was affected. There were a lot of costs. Finally, after a few days, I received an email from this Dolphy 1920 that said, okay, give us the invoice of the luggage you bought. That I already got my company taking care of things. So in the end, my company provided me an invoice of all the costs that were involved in this accident. I explained to this Dolphy 1920 company that I was not asking for any money, but because there was a cost that they caused not taking care properly, they had to cover it. And well, they said that, I mean, they start writing something, and it was always like, those kind of rubber interface where you write something and there is automatic answer, then you have to try and bypass the automatic answer until something finally writes something, and then so they sent me again to Qatar. Actually, the first day I already went to the Qatar office, Qatar desk, to complain, to say, well, that's not okay. But they say, well, they do nothing. It says just Dolphy 1920 take care of everything. So in the end, what happened is it went on. It took until now. I got, after more than 1 month, finally there's a Dolphy 1920 send me a proposal that if I renounce everything, they will give me $40. That was even less than the cost of half of the luggage itself. So absolutely a nonsensical thing. So I said, no way. So now you have really to refund everything plus my time, because I'm wasting my time. My time has a cost. So now I want to claim also the time. I kept a very, very accurate record of all the time I spent for this thing. There are about 50 emails. So in the end, Qatar was involved. They always answer with their automatic machines. I went again to the airport in Berlin to discuss, and they said, oh, sure, we will take care, and nobody took care. So after more time, they sent me, like 5 months ago, they sent me a proposal to pay me $100. That's still very short compared to what all the cost was. And I was not happy. So I said that that's not okay. So they said, well, that's it. Okay, so, and then I said, okay, then you bring the money to my office. So you come here, you take the money to my office, because I work in an open space and I want people to see what happens. So I want you to come and apologize and give me the $100 that you promised. And well, there was no answer. And till now, that's it. I send more email and there is no even answer. So at this point, they are definitely failing even the basic that is their duty. And I think someone should really figure out a way to go after them. I can do by disturbing them, but you see, my intention is not to create a trouble for a company. My intention is to avoid the company to make trouble for people. So I am part of the fellowship of the passengers, the fellowship of the users. So I prefer that anything happen, no matter whether it's damaging the company or not, but is actually providing a good service for, let's say, our community. And I don't really know at this point what is the best option. I tried to contact some consumer association, and each of them said, oh, because this is Qatar, we cannot do anything, because it's Dolph is taking care, but it's Qatar, so we cannot do anything. So it's, yeah, skipping. I call this kind of interfaces the condom interface, because it's a rubber thing that avoid anything to pass through. And yeah, they are very effective in that sense. Well, as I said, have someone in a position to make decisions, to take care of the case, provide me evidence that things have changed. Then I will be the first one to report it in a positive way. Of course, if any cost exists, as I said, I've never been after the money. If the cost I had to cover are paid, it's absolutely okay.